Certification does not involve an academic degree. Academic degree means bachelor degree in something. There'll be the word bachelor degree or diploma in something. That's what we mean by academic. That means you go to university, the university will give you a certificate. So professional certification does not come from university. It comes from bodies. For example, the most famous one everybody usually know is ACCA. Okay, ACCA is related to accounting. So if you have an accounting certificate from ACCA certificate, it is equivalent to a degree. Equivalent, sama. Okay, not sama lah, similar lah, but it's not a degree. That's the difference. When it is not a degree, you cannot apply for most of the scholarships. Because scholarships, for most of them will say, you must get a place in an academic institution for a recognized degree. That's the problem. Okay, but ACCA is good. As an accountant, you get ACCA, you can work anywhere in the world. Okay, so some students who are interested in accounting, they go for ACCA. Some colleges also offer you a degree in accounting, and you take a few subjects, they give you an ACCA certificate, joint venture. So you get 2 in 1, also. Okay? So these are the examples of professional certificate. ACCA, we have secretarial ICSA, we have LCCI, this kind of certification program. Okay? These are the third option, which we don't talk about professional certificate, we don't talk about government-related education, we look at IPTS, Institute Pengajian Tinggi Swasta, which is all the colleges we have in Malaysia. Okay, we have the colleges which are few categories. The first is they are universities from overseas. They set up a campus here. Example like Monash, Curtin, Swinburne, Nottingham. So obviously, when they are foreign country organization, they come and set up a campus here. The fee also very nice numbers. Okay, you can't fight it. Okay, Monash medicine is 450,000 K. 450,000 ringgit to do medicine in Monash. In AIMS, I think it's around 180,000 only. Can you see the difference? Oh, it is 250 now. Economy Malaysia. Okay, so 250,000. But still okay, right? Compared to 450,000. Extra 200,000 can do a lot of things, right? You can even sell another child to study already. Okay, so I mean, that's how it works. Okay, so we have 5 universities who are foreign universities comes out of the branch here. Of course, you see your son there who are graduate from Monash, Glamour Zola, right? It's a very established university lah, compared to college ABC. This college is what? But that's perception. Okay, perception. Okay. Yesterday I met a guy. He graduated from Monash 5 years ago, 5 or 4 years ago. Malay guy. He graduated from Monash. He did biotech. Last time, right? Biotech. Everybody studied biotech. You know from where all the colleges start up biotech and so on. He studied that. Graduate cannot find a job. Monash, graduate cannot find a job. Because, everybody wants to do biotech. Not enough company to give you a job. And you must be very, very, very good. Then you get a job. Okay. So in the end, he decided he wanted to do something else. He go and learn multimedia, designing, arts, using Adobe and all these things. He started his own business. Now he does advertising and promotion for all those restaurants and pubs and bars and hotels and all. He makes much more money. So I just met him and said, young guy only, about 27, only, quite young. So he said, I study something else. Now I'm doing something else. I have my own company and I employ people. Look at the difference. What he studied was something else. From a reputable university, no doubt. But he's doing something else. Okay, so that's Monash. We have another, that's all the universities. We have another category of the private universities, which are local private universities. Okay, for example, Taylor's, for example, Inti, what else? We have Sunway. All these universities are local, that means owned by Malaysian, not foreign country. Okay, so these universities, the fees should be slightly lower. Okay, because not much of a license, all these things, so slightly lower, cheaper, but still expensive. Okay. Other than this, we have university colleges. For example, like SEGI, they are university colleges. Okay. So we have one category called university colleges. The other category is just college. Okay. The difference is that universities will award their own degree. If you go and study in Utah, you'll get a degree from Utah. They will not say degree in Utah / Sunderland College or Sunderland University. No. A university can only award its own degree. A university college or a college can award degree from other universities. They do a joint venture. We are very familiar with this. You hear that it's 2+2, 3+0 and so on. For example, like SEGI, you study IT, your degree comes from UK, University of Greenwich. But because not all of us can go there to study, they have a joint venture. They say, okay, we teach here, all the syllabus, material, all come from there. Teach here by the Malaysian lecturer. The exam all marked over there, moderated over there. Your degree also comes from there. That's all. So these are university colleges. See the difference. And then you have colleges. I think the total number of ITTS in Malaysia is 500 something. Okay, a lot. 500 something is a lot. Okay, so in many places, Kelantan, Terengganu, Perlis, Klang, Johor, everywhere got private colleges. So that's basically it. What you can study in these private colleges is again same thing. If you go to a private college, you cannot do a degree. Same. The rule is the same. Regardless where you go to Monash, you go to college ABC, also same. Okay, you cannot do a degree. You do either foundation, which is like the Asasi foundation program, or you do a pre-university education like A levels, CPU, Canadian pre-U. You do Outsmart, STEM. This is what we call pre-U education, or you do a diploma. That's the only thing you can do. Okay. After SPM in private colleges. Okay, so it's either foundation, pre-U program, or diploma. If you do a foundation, because most colleges offer foundation, why? It's a bigger profit for them. Because foundation is internal program. If you study foundation, for example, in MSU, the one along the IVL, very nice white color building there. Okay, we study there, and later you decide, oh, with this foundation, I want to go to Utah to do my degree because slightly cheaper. Then you have a problem, because most of the foundation may not be recognized by other universities. That's a big problem. So you have to check first. And even though you check, maybe next year the rule change. So that is an issue. Okay, so you have to be aware of this. Okay, you do a foundation in university or college A, you want to go to college B to do your degree, please check first. There's no rule saying that they must give you a place. There's no rule saying that they must not give you a place. It's all subject to open discussion. So it's a risk that we take. Okay, that's why most of the time, if you do foundation in that college or university, it's better to do the degree there. Much more easier. So foundation is like something that chains you to that college or university. The opposite of that is A levels, CPU, SAM, and so on. The pre-U. Pre-U you can study anywhere and go to another place to continue your degree. It's just like SPM. So it's not a binding option. Okay. Diploma also similar problem. If you do diploma in, let's say, Sunday, and you say that I want to do my degree in AIMS because cheaper a bit, then you have to go and find AIMS. If I do diploma from Sunday, you all accept or not? Then the officer in AIMS would say, you give me the list of subjects you have studied with your results and all, I want to see. Because they look at the credit hours, how many hours you studied this subject, how many subjects you have studied, what subject you have not studied, and then they will compare with their syllabus and they will tell you, oh, 6 subjects missing. So if you want to do degree in our place, you have to take 1 semester, these 6 subjects. Taking 6 subjects in 1 semester is a bit risky. So end up you may take 2 semesters, which is 1 year. Okay, so it may happen. Again, nobody says if you do diploma in college A, you can do degree in college B. There's no guarantee. All subject to discussion, you have to check and so on. Okay. Same thing. If you do a diploma in IPTS, the favorite question I always get is, can we go to ITTA? If you go to UPU, they say you can apply using diploma yang setara. Okay. That means legally you can apply, but no guarantee you will get. Okay. You can apply. You have a diploma from ET College, you want to apply to IPTA. You can apply, but there's no guarantee you will get. Because majority of the place in IPTA is for SPM students. Okay, majority. Your quota for the rest is very, very little. So it's a risk that you take. Later you cannot go and shout and say, oh, I studied this, applied, never get. Must understand that quota was right? If the SPM student also don't get a place, how you expect? When you come from a private college, so it becomes a problem. Okay, can, but not necessarily you'll get a place. So basically, this is the options after SPM. Okay, there's another one which is going to work, but we don't look at that. Okay, we don't encourage people to work. Okay, are we clear? Any questions you like to put forward? Just ask anything before I go to the next topic. Yes.
About the Excel A level.
Okay.
Can you brief me a little bit about it?
About the Excel, I'm not very sure. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
I want to know its syllabus basically.
Because I don't handle syllabus. I don't handle the syllabus. But no matter what you take, there's 2 types of A levels. Okay, the subject will be the same. just that the subject, what do you call it, the choice you can make. I think one of them you can take lesser subject, but the minimum you must take is 3. You take 2, then it's a risk lah. I mean, what's the point? So you must take minimum 3 subjects. Because I don't handle A levels, so I wouldn't know. But no matter what, you must take minimum 3 subjects for A levels.
Foundation, then go to overseas, like Indonesia, pharmacies.
Okay, this is an interesting question because there are a lot of these agents and feeder colleges, what we call feeder colleges, which you know, 2 years ago you never heard them. Last one also never heard. Suddenly got this kind of colleges. Okay, so these colleges offer foundation, what we call pre-med education. So you apply, and they will have some joint venture with some colleges, some universities in Indonesia or Russia to go there. Then, if you are interested to pursue this part, make sure you see all their documentation. Which university they have tied in with? Do they have a letter? To be safe, check with the university you want to go. Do you have this agent registered as a legal agent for you, so that you are not trapped? That's all. And of course, for medicine, I'm sure you will know, you have to make sure the country or the place you're going to is registered under the MMC list. If not, it's a very, very big risk. Unless you don't want your children to come back and go in Malaysia, work in other place, okay lah. Okay, so.
And it's recognized by JPA, can you?
Yeah, recognized by JPA and MMC. MMC is first, then JPA will agree. Because JPA just follow the MMC lah.
JPA recognized this because they recognized
By MMC, yes. Because not many colleges. Safe. But make sure you check with the college. Are you sure you are tied in with this college, this university? Where's the letter? Call the university and check. You have this agent here saying that they can send students to you. And some of them will say guarantee, but then if your student, if your son or daughter, get barely past all the subjects, then you think they can do medicine over there? So you have to think carefully also. So it doesn't mean that you'll be guaranteed given a place. Yes. Alice. Okay, so that covers first part of the session. Any question? If not, I go to the second part. I just like to know about the subjects or the courses you are interested. Just a brief one for the